Ultra consistent, high frequency strength training. I guess you could call that what I'm doing right now. That was some great English pronunciation, sentence construction right there. But, anyways, that's the theory that I've been really experimenting with these last few months, really since last April or May. But really, what it boils down to is training every single day and then being very, very consistent no matter what. That's what I've been really doing for the last, I don't know, about 7, 8 months or so. I've been training every single day, mostly focused on strength training. And the last few months has been mobility and strength training, pretty much in equal amounts because after driving trucks for 7 years, where I was driving 500, 600 miles a day, um, my mobility and flexibility is not exactly what it used to be. Still pretty good for, uh, you know, a man my age, 48 years old, who's been living the kind of life I have, being very active, doing lots of athletic stuff, and then through most of my 40s, having driven trucks. The fact that I'm as mobile and flexible as I am right now is pretty astounding. But where I'm trying to go with my own fitness is just simply a level that very few people get to ever, no matter their age. I would say probably 0.00001% of the population ever get to the level that I'm aiming for, which is a level that I've been at before in my prime, in my mid 30s, where I worked as a professional flying trapeze artist. Trying to do that in my late 40s, heading into 50 years old almost. I don't know. I don't know of anybody who's really done it, getting to that level of physical condition, the level of physical condition of a professional performance athlete or performance artist, you might want to say. I don't know, but I am having fun doing it. And I gotta say though, it's pretty dang difficult. This is not a level where it's just about fitness and health. This is taking things to a degree where you have to make sacrifices in other areas of your life. And you're gonna have days where your energy isn't quite as good. And one of the reasons why I believe in my late 40s now, where having a very, very high frequency level of training, physical training every single day, oftentimes twice a day. And what I'm doing right now is a half hour of mobility and strength in the morning. And there's a decent amount of cardio with that too, because I just kind of keep it at a higher pace. So my breathing rate and heart rate is definitely elevated to a fairly high level. I would probably say somewhere around that zone 2 steady state cardio average throughout the half hour of mobility and strength training in the morning. And then I do another more specific strength training in the afternoon. And I probably do that 5 days a week. And then I do my strength and mobility every single morning for a half hour. That's 7 days a week on ending. And the reason I do that is because I do think at this point what I'm finding is that you get that endorphin kick every single day. And those are your body's own hormones. It's your body's own hormone production. And I do think that is very crucial as you get older. I think that might be more important than just trying to be super intense, or those super intense workouts that I would do as I was younger, where you would need 2 or 3 days off to just recover. Nowadays, I'm finding that just being moderate intense, but more frequent is better. Not so much that it makes any quicker gains than anything else, but I think that daily endorphin kick, if you want to call it, is way more important as you get older than it is when you're younger. Because when you're younger, I don't know if you really need it. Your hormone levels are fine. They're elevated naturally. As you get older and you're training completely natural, even hardly any supplements, just diet and exercise, I do think that a higher frequency training is the way to go, at least for me. And I think a lot of people will find that too to be the case for them as well if they give it a try. but you have to know what you're doing. And for me, I've been training in one form or another in some athletic discipline or another since I was about 12, 13 years old. So I'm going on almost over 3.5 decades now of fairly consistent training. The only time I wasn't really training consistently on a regular basis was from the age of like 40 to 47, where I was driving trucks. And then the last year, I started training in the truck every single day. So that's really where I'm at right now. And I'm starting to see so much, I don't even know how to put it, so much stuff, I guess, in the fitness industry in general for men that are 40 and over, that I think it's okay. And I think it works. It's fine. I think you're going to be fine if you take some of these programs that I've seen online and you do them. I think they're great and I think they're fine. But I think if you're a 40 and over professional and you're not in your prime anymore and you want to stay in really good health, you got two ways of really doing it. But the most important things are your diet and regular exercise. And when it comes to the physical training you're doing, do you want to train more for general health and fitness, or do you want to take it to the level of a professional athlete, or as close to that of a professional athlete that you can, or at least a very serious amateur athlete? And those are two different things. Training for general health and fitness, that's what most people, everybody should do that. The whole world should be doing that. And unfortunately, probably easily less than 1% of the human population on the planet is doing at least that. And that's a shame. But that's what I'm going to be trying to teach people from here on out. It's kind of what I'm dedicating my time to. It's why I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos, sharing my own knowledge and what I've found throughout my own training throughout the course of my life, and what I'm doing now, what I've done. And I guess that's kind of it for now. But I just want to say, if you're over 40 and you want to get in better shape, focus on being ultra consistent. Don't worry about being too high intensity or trying to mix everything or trying to do everything perfect. Trying to do so much of zone 2 cardio and so much of strength training and so much of mobility training. The best thing is to learn how to mix everything up together, but then have one area of focus that you're concentrating on the most for a specific time. Like, for example, me, for the last 2 or 3 months, I've been focusing mostly on mobility. But guess what? When you focus on mobility, that mobility training is actually fairly hard. Like, it's challenging. And mobility training should be challenging. It's challenging your strength, it challenges your range of motion, and it challenges your overall conditioning. But keep in mind that the main point of it is for mobility. So I don't know if any of this made sense to you, but hopefully as I keep doing this, it'll make more sense as we go along. And I'll be doing more of this all over Southeast Asia, which is where I'm at right now. It's pretty sweet, but it's very hot. And I'm going to start showing how I work out in the mornings with very limited space and zero equipment except my own body weight. Anyways, that's it for now, everybody. We'll talk later.